Good morning. It's Monday, April 20th, and I wish you all could have been at church with me yesterday. It was really, really interesting, and the theme of it was when we believe in Jesus, but we're not really thirsty for God. We don't have a craving to know Him. We're kind of stalled. But when we're thirsty for God and we have a belief in Jesus, or essentially when God becomes real, we experience Him, then we're spirit-filled. And it was really neat. So the whole message was focusing on how, especially as Americans, we can just get kind of stalled, and we believe in Jesus, and we believe the Bible is true, and we believe, but we don't have this life experience of experiencing Him and His miracles and His guidance and His love. And the pastor shared a story that I just wanted to share with you because I was just bawling. If you heard in the news back in February, there were 21 Christians that were killed on a beach by Muslim extremists, and the story kind of broke out and some details were released later or found out, and there were actually 20 of the men were Christians, and one named Matthew was not. He had, I guess, grown up being exposed to Christianity, so he knew about it, but he never believed on his own. And so these people were going over to people and putting weapons or knives or swords on their necks and asking them to denounce their faith in Jesus. And one by one, they wouldn't do that. So they were dying for their faith. And it finally, Matthew was watching this happen one by one by one. And when it got to him, he said, they asked him the question to renounce Jesus, and he said, their God has become my God. And he died for his faith. And I think that's amazing because he experienced God. He had to have. You don't die for a belief. You don't die for what you just believe is true. You have to experience something in order to have that courage, or to think nothing in the world is as valuable as knowing Jesus. And I wish you could have all heard that story. It was just awesome. So today I just pray that we would be moved, that we would ask the Holy Spirit to move in our lives, that we could see Jesus, that we could experience Him, that we could know that He's real just because of what He's doing in our own lives. And I pray that for all of us, as Americans especially. And I just pray that we open our hearts and the Holy Spirit moves so that we can experience God's love and adventure and all of that. So that is my prayer for you today.